In a world where the music industry often echoes with the familiar tunes of established artists, there exists an entire realm of undiscovered brilliance. These artists are like buried treasures, hidden beneath the noise, waiting to be unearthed and celebrated. Today, we set on a journey to uncover the uncharted, to spotlight the voices that remain unheard, and to celebrate the musical gems that our very own communities have to offer. This is the story of one of our local artists and why we should champion her unique skills. Let us explore the amazing musical journey of an artist who is known as Audrey Salteras. Audrey Salteras is a 22-year-old college student who is really passionate about her field in music as an artist. She is a graduate from the St. Mary's University Senior High School and is currently taking a Bachelor of Music major in vocal performance in the University of Santo Tomas. In July of 2023, she released her first single in Spotify entitled World End in collaboration with Cobear. With the use of her powerful vocals, she creates outstanding musical harmonies. Very impressive, right? So how did she reach this point? How did her interest in music start? What are the genres she performs? In this documentary, Audrey will enlighten us with her wonderful yet challenging journey as a musical artist.
So, I am Shekinah Audrey Salteras, a level 6 vocal performance major in the Conservatory of Music from the University of Santo Tomas, and I am from the humble province of Nueva Vizcaya.
So what are some musical genres do you perform?
I mainly perform classical as of the moment or opera. I also do Broadway. It's my all-time favorite because I grew up listening to Disney a lot. I also sing a bit of jazz, pop. Actually, this is a bit of a bonus. I went as Ariana Grande for the University Week back in my senior high school days sa SMU. And a little tiny bit of R&B as well.
When did you start having interest in music?
I was heavily inspired, I'd say, by Disney and also Barbie movies. And I watched it a lot as a kid. I always looked up to Lea Salonga as well, especially when she sang Reflection from the movie Mulan.
How long have you been practicing your genre?
As I mentioned earlier, my current genre of focus as of the moment is classical or opera. I have been classically training for 5 years now and counting.
Did someone influence you, or is it your choice to be inclined in music?
Believe me or not, I was a STEM student at SMU before. I wanted to take up pharmacy at USD and made music as my second choice. But ultimately ended up choosing music because my dream of becoming like Lea Salonga at that time rang the loudest. Thinking to myself that if I were to be given the chance to become successful in that pursuit, I might as well just be the first one from my province to have a professional and respectable title in that field of music. You could say na yung pagkadilulo ko nun was the Sululu at that period. So, it was so impulsive. I was young, you could say.
Do you play musical instruments?
I actually do. I used to play and compete with the bamboo flute noon. I also play the ukulele and a bit of guitar. Tapos piano as well. We were required to take piano for 2 years in the conservatory. It was first and second year namin.
Time is an illusion that helps things make sense. So we are all living in the present sense. It seems unforgiving when a good thing ends. But you and I will always be back then. You and I will always be back then.
Did you learn those musical instruments by your own, or did someone teach you?
The first instruments I mentioned, I taught myself. And as for the piano, I had a piano teacher sa UST mismo.
As a local artist, do you have any difficulties along your journey as a singer, composer, or musician? What would it be?
The challenges I'd say I face as a music student and still facing because I'm still a music student, multiple. I don't know where to start, but aside from the fact that there is a huge competition, it's given that people already belittle this pursuit, especially when they know that I came from STEM. Di ba isipin mo? It also didn't help that they deject you by saying na, walang pera dyan sa music. Walang pera sa music. At first, it didn't help. Nakaka-discourage siya. But as time went on, I understood that these people are just not properly informed of how valuable music is in their lives. Hindi lang sa kanila, sa atin din, on a daily basis. So, the way I dealt with it, as years passed, sabi ko sa sarili ko, ito yung naging solution ko. Wait till I, Shekinah Audrey Salteras, yes, full name, be the first vocal performance major to plant a professional level school in our province. Just you guys wait. Or, then tell me na walang pera sa music. Yun yung naging, one of my main drives talaga kasi when we say Vizcaya, we wouldn't think about music, right? We won't. We just won't. And aside from my passion, I'm also educating myself then on how to become financially literate because I know I can be successful in both pursuing my passion and getting ready with my finances. I'm taking responsibility on both ends. Kasi usually, when I started, sabi nila, pera, di ba? Pera yung problem. And to me, I was like, passion and pera, I can do it somehow. And right now, I'm still figuring that out. So, yeah, that's my take.
Was there a certain point that you want to stop?
First year pa lang actually, in all honesty, I wanted to shift. Oh my God. Kasi, same thing, no? Second year, I tried to shift. Kasi entering the conservatory with zero, as in zero knowledge about music as a beginner, I'd say it's harder than surviving senior high school sa STEM, sa SMU. Kasi unlike the conventionally respectable courses that Filipino families approve of, music kasi is skill-based. When I say skill-based, it's not just, okay, you review for exam, you take the exam, you're done. It's not like that. For music, you can't cram it, as in, you really have to be disciplined and patient. Kasi you also can't cheat your way around it. You really can't. Ayun, as I mentioned earlier, simula first year, bombarded na kasi kami sa applied and theoretical aspects. So, we were trying to balance out music theory, and at the same time, we were finding our voices, our technique that works for us. So, yeah, sa mga nagsasabing kanta-kanta lang ang music, girl, sana graduate na ako nung third year pa lang. Hindi lang po kanta-kanta ang music.
What keeps you continue your passion in music?
Let's say that I always strive to be different in what I do. Even if I'm surrounded by, much more talented people, I know that once that I successfully finish this course and eventually come back home to the province, I can say and I can see that I am guaranteed to be one of the 1% sa province natin who has a degree in music. And that is my edge. I can humbly say that I am confident in the quality of professional skills that UST has ingrained in me. And by that, I can say that I know what I bring to the table.
As a local artist, what would be your message to the young artists who are watching this documentary video?
Wag. Wag mong subukan. Masisira ang buhay mo. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Um, there's this saying, there's so much room at the top. So when I think about that statement, I'd say to someone who's starting to want to pursue music in their own way, find someone who is better than you in what you do and reach to the summit in your own way. Allow yourself to feel small at first, and whatever you do, just don't settle for the comforting idea of isolation. Why? Kasi I think, personally, you'll find yourself to grow out of your shell one way or another, especially when you surround yourself with people who are better than you. I'm not saying that you should compare yourself constantly to your peers, kasi, oh my god, girl, that will drive you to insanity. What I'm trying to say is that you choose the people you surround yourself with. People who directly or indirectly challenge you to become a better version of yourself in what you do. Of course, sure. I gotta admit, there are times when I felt like I'm falling behind. Pero I bounce back kasi I realize how these people keep me moving for the better. Like, I never thought I'd be able to learn how to love opera, especially opera singing, if it weren't for my talented friends.
Audrey faced enormous obstacles on her path to becoming a musical artist. These weren't just hurdles, they were like mountains she had to climb. Yet, she didn't give up. In fact, she used every challenge as a stepping stone to reach her dreams. Audrey is an inspiration for all aspiring musical artists. As we wrap up this chapter of Audrey's life, remember that it's not just her story. It's a guide for all those chasing their dreams in music. Challenges are just pit stops on the road to success. And with a passion like Audrey's, you can turn them into stepping stones. Let us remember that our local musical artists, these hidden gems in our communities, are the lifeblood of creativity and expression. So, let's not merely be spectators, but active participants in their journeys. Attend local gigs, stream their music, buy their records, and share their art with the world. A simple act of appreciation can become the spark that propels them to stardom. In this age of endless possibilities, we have the power to amplify these voices, to give them love and recognition they rightfully deserve. Let us be the wind beneath their wings, carrying them towards the sky of their dreams. Together, we can ensure that the world knows the magic that's hidden in our local musical treasures.